What's going on to all my Capricorns? So let's get into it. All right, so let's see what you Capricorns have got. So you Capricorns have got the Temperance, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Seven of Swords, the Tower, the Empress, and last but not least, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for you Capricorns, no major arcana that represents Capricorn. It's not like you got the World card or the Devil card, but you are getting a lot of earth, okay, in this. A lot of earth element to this. The Temperance, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Swords denotes how you Capricorns have been in a relationship, or potentially even in a relationship now, where it may be soon time to get rid of this person, as in dump them, if you haven't already dumped them before. Or I should say currently, right? Because the Temperance represents this person likes to look cute. This person likes to make themselves seem like they're the innocent ones. And that Four of Cups, the two of you are even. The two of you are working towards a long-term relationship currently, or they were trying to do that to you. But the Ten of Swords represents how, but you were mixed up for a little while, up until the point where you decided that you weren't going to take any more of this, and you actually decided to tell them off. You didn't want to have anything to do with them anymore, and you dumped them. So the Eight of Cups now represents how, so since this is the case, a lot of you Capricorns, right now are just pretty much picking up the pieces. You're trying to figure out how you're going to move on from this person, because this person tried to gaslight you into thinking that the two of you were going into or going to be married, when in actuality this person didn't necessarily have your best interest in mind, sorry to say. But unfortunately, Capricorn, just like Virgo, just like Taurus, are zodiac signs that don't really deal with a lot of love. Capricorn gets scapegoated a lot. All the earth signs get scapegoated, but Capricorns get scapegoated. People like to nitpick Virgos because whatever the zodiac sign, see, what I'm starting to understand is that when you are on a low level of the zodiac sign, whatever negative traits that you have, that is how you exhibit the world, meaning that's the kind of energy that you give to the world. But when you're on a higher level, that's the way that the world, that's what the world gives to you. So as a Capricorn, right, if you were a low-level Capricorn, you would scapegoat and chastise people, right? But as you rise to become a high-level Capricorn, which is the unicorn, right? Because the Capricorn is the alligator or the crocodile, same thing, same level. The sea goat or the goat, same thing, that's just another level, or the unicorn. So Capricorn can end up being, you can end up being the most pure zodiac sign, purer than Virgo, you know what I'm saying? And when you are a Capricorn or any zodiac sign that is on a higher level, that's what it is, that whatever kind of negative traits or traits that are negative, or what people wouldn't particularly like, is what people actually give to you when you exist on a higher level. So this person was scapegoating you. Now, normally Capricorn is known as the scapegoat, right? But a low-level Capricorn would scapegoat other people, right? If you don't believe me, you could always watch Power. Just pay attention to how Ghost moved, because the actor who played Ghost and actually the archetype of James St. Patrick, aka Ghost, from Power was a Capricorn. Inside the show and in real life is a Capricorn, if you don't believe me. So why that's important is this person tried to scapegoat you bad, very much. But the Ten of Pentacles is that so the Eight of Cups is, so you have to learn to understand your own worth and understand that ultimately, since they was the one that was scapegoating you, that's a problem that they are going to have to learn to figure out on their own. It's not up to you to have to deal with them and their excess baggage. So the Ten of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where the Ten of Pentacles is that don't worry. This is only a matter of a short stop, that you may be going through something. Because the good thing about Capricorn, or one of the benevolent things about Capricorn, is whenever a Capricorn goes low, it's not going low to stay there. It's going low to go higher than what their peak was before, right? And I would know, having Capricorn in my own chart in many places, and having a Capricorn North Node. So Capricorn represents the top of the mountain. See, the mythology is, and just a secret behind the zodiac sign of Capricorn, is that Capricorn, aka the devil, right, can be found in the desert or up on a mountain. So the Hermit now represents, but what you have to understand not to do is don't exclude yourself thinking that now all of a sudden you're going to be done dating forever if you are making that decision, and you're not making that decision with a calm head. You may end up making that decision that you're not going to date forever, just saying it rashly. Because truth be told, Virgos say that a lot. I'm not going to date anymore. But then the Virgos try their hand again, right? If it's now or later. And the Hermit represents that Virgo influence. So what it's trying to say to you is, try your best not to really jump to conclusions and say that, right? Because then you're going to feel terrible, because you're going to be thinking to yourself, I just said that I was going to stop trying to date. Why am I trying to date again? Now, the Seven of Swords represents how this is a situation for you where the Seven of Swords marks boundaries that you're going to have to instill, right? Boundaries. And what it's saying is that the boundaries that you have set up, you've marked it incorrectly as to what your boundaries are supposed to be. So that means that for you Capricorns, that's a spiritual problem that a lot of you Capricorns are having right now. You Capricorns need to understand that the problem that you are having, which is boundaries, when and where to enforce your boundaries, or understanding how to have boundaries, which ironically is Capricorn, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn and Saturn represents boundaries, is you Capricorns have to understand what are healthy boundaries, so you can start implementing those healthy boundaries for yourselves, right? So the Seven of Swords now, and the Tower represents this is where your relationships end up getting messed up. It's because sometimes, or a lot of times, you're not picking those people when you're getting to know people. You're not building a rapport with those people based upon if those people would respect and even understand your boundaries. The tower represents a problem. The tower represents a huge problem that needs to be fixed. This is why the tower is a good card. Yes, I said it. Yes, you've heard me say it correctly. Yes, because the tower is even invoked correctly. So what it's saying is, it's not one of those trickery cards like the Hermit, right? The Hermit represents living alone, living by yourself, cutting yourself off. But the Hermit can also represent, when it's invoked correctly, the Hermit can also represent having a lot of people who are around you who really love you, but you just need some time by yourself for a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Then the thing is that the tower represents how there's a problem that needs to be fixed. And the problem that needs to be fixed about yourself is, like I said, understanding where those issues are when it comes to your own personal boundaries. Now, when it comes to your own personal boundaries, I may not necessarily be able to explain to you exactly what your own personal boundaries are, because that's individualistic to the particular person, right? But then the next two cards that you have is the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. See, the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles are invoked correctly, meaning that they're not cards based upon trying to trick you. If you don't understand what it is that I'm talking about, I would suggest going back and checking out my video called The Tarot is Meant to Deceive You. That is an excellent video of me explaining why certain cards in the tarot system are actually meant to manipulate you and even distort your reality and through the cards and the way you see the world, so that when you get a tarot reading, certain people may actually be reading it wrong to you, and you're getting the wrong impression. So I suggest go checking out that video, right? Definitely. It's on my page. Now, the Empress represents here, so you have to do that spiritual work for you to be able to actually tap into your own value, because Empress rules, the Empress is ruled by Venus, and Venus is ruled by valuable things, right? Among with other planets. But then you have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles represents, if you can learn to figure out healthy boundaries, right? Not accepting disrespect, or I should say not accepting a certain amount of disrespect, because you definitely have to be a certain level of thick-skinned in order for you to let certain things go. Because if you're a little bit too rigid, then you blow up for the worst reasons, right? And you don't necessarily want that. Now let's clarify some of these cards for y'all. Let's clarify the Empress. You have the the Hermit, right? Let me go back and make that right. The Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. So again, you understanding your value and that you don't have to exclude yourself off and, oh, I'm never going to date again. Don't be so quick to speak like that. The Knight of Pentacles is, you still have a lot to offer yourself. You still have a lot to offer other people. You just haven't necessarily found the right one yet. Now, the Ace of Cups represents this being a situation for you where you have to understand that the Ace of Cups represents you're looking for this person, right? The person who will give you that love back. But anything that's worth having, more than likely, is not necessarily going to come easy. So yes, this is a situation, my dear Capricorns, where you're going to have to actually work even for love too. But luckily for you Capricorns are built for work. Capricorn is also known as the workhorse of the zodiac, along with Virgo. I mean, all of the earth signs are built sturdy. I mean, Taurus is a bull, right? Which is built for doing work, heavy lifting. Capricorn is known as the workhorse, right? Or as a unicorn, which is a variation of a horse. And Virgo is known as the person, right? The human being, which which can pretty much get a lot done because the human being owns the land that the bull or cow and the goat lives on, right? Farming. So we can get a lot of stuff done. Now, to clarify the Ace of Pentacles, by the way, if this reading resonated with you, feel free to contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com, or don't be afraid to go to my website at Kareemspiritworks.wixsite.com. Purchase one of my readings off the website, or you can contact me through the email. You have the Knight of Wands, the Death card, and then you have the Nine of Cups. So this is a situation to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is showing how you got to stop being so rash when it comes to saying things that you may not necessarily want to follow through with for the rest of your life. Okay? Because it's only gonna repel that one that you could have hung out with you, that you were looking for, that love. It's only gonna repel it away from you. The Death card and the Nine of Cups. So the Death card, right, represents that is going to end soon, as far as you talking like that, saying things like you're never going to find the one. That is going to end soon, meaning your mindset is going to change, right? And then the Nine of Cups is that once you do the work and you understand that part of it is mental, because it is, you're going to have a whole lot more confidence in yourself, and you're not going to take if a relationship doesn't work out so personally. You'll be able to bounce back a lot faster, and it'll just be like another learning experience for you. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.